Hello, welcome to the new moon in Sagittarius for the month of November 2022. My name is Lisa Richard, owner of Loving Energy Recharge, and I welcome you into this beautiful space as we journey through our chakra system and we pull an oracle card for each one of those 7 chakras to bring forward the collective guidance of what is needed most at this time. The new moon is all about new beginnings. So even though the moon is dark, it appears in that shadow, it is like being in the underground, in the soil of you, looking at those root attributes that will offer you some clarity and some wisdom as you are bringing up emotions that are ready to be released or past memories that require some healing. And then once you have that opportunity to really examine it, to hold it, to love it, to allow it to grow into that deeper wisdom and teaching, that is what offers you the new beginning. So it's almost like coming 360 degrees around your journey, completing a cycle, completing a phase. And I know a lot of us feel like, we're always on repeat. We're always hitting the same barrier time and time and time again. You kind of question, why am I going through this again? Why am I still stuck in this energy? Why is this pattern on repeat? Well, we're here to get some clarity on some of those cycles so that we can finally put them to rest. We can offer ourselves that peace, that gratitude, that closure. We can embrace this beautiful energy of Sagittarian, which is all about adventure and fun and compassion and kindness. And what that looks like is the archer. So the archer is making its mark by having a clear direction and then letting go and anchoring into what it is you want more of in your life. So for some of us, that feels like, I just want more peace. I want more calm. I want to relax more. I'm tired of being so busy. For others, you might be working on a project and you want to feel successful in that. You want to feel satisfied. So whatever it is that you're really setting your sights on at this time, I invite you to bring that into your awareness, to invite that into the reading. And then please take the time to get a journal so that you can capture the deeper messages for yourself as we go through each of those 7 chakras, looking at the cards, looking at the guidance, and then using that to apply it to where you are in your own journey at this time. Now, to have some fun in this reading, we are using the beautiful fairy cards. These are by Karen Kay. And this is offering us the element of love, of playfulness, of lightheartedness. And during a time where a lot of us are taking things way too seriously, way too personal, we feel like this is happening to me. We forget that we are existing within the world. We are part of the world. So just like the rose behind me in the hands, we're invited here to open and to blossom and to be the best version of self, while knowing that we are so supported. Look at all those individuals, your spiritual team, your guides, your counsel. They're always surrounding you. And we forget that we're held in the hands of a higher power. God, source, the creator, whatever that is to you, you are held so beautifully in this space. So wherever you are in your journey, I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths, center into yourself, have your journal ready, and let's go ahead and dive into those 7 chakras to take a really good look at what we need to bring forward in this new moon energy. Now, I've already gone ahead and I've shuffled for sake of timing in this recording. I have the 7 cards, so let's go ahead and take a look here. Our first one is in the root center. We have the card of solitude. Now, what draws my attention right away is actually seeing the girl in white. Now, a lot of times we might be feeling lonely, we might be feeling bored, but what is being asked of us from the universe is to take some time in stillness, in a self-reflection, to go on a healing journey. So solitude doesn't become a place of being isolated, but it becomes a space of protecting your energy, loving and nourishing yourself. So the white in the dress is the higher self that is coming through. You are being wrapped and cloaked in light during this time of healing so that you can renew your energy. You can go really deep within to ask for that wisdom and for that guidance. So don't worry right now if you feel like, I'm spending way too much time by myself, or you might be feeling like you're really craving some time by yourself. Push away the notion of boredom. Use this as an opportunity to tap into your creativity, to do some reading, play some music, do some journaling, have some self-reflection on where are you in the root of you. So the root chakra is all about feeling safe and secure in our world. This is our relationship to money, to family, to work, to whatever it is that is supporting our journey to help us feel connected and rooted. So if you are feeling like any of those areas may be requiring some attention right now, this is the opportunity to sit in that solitude, meaning carving out the time for yourself to be with your counsel, your supporting network, and to get really clear on what do I need to become aware of in this current energy so that I can offer some healing and some grace, and to actually have an action plan that will support me in very mindfully making decisions that I know will support my highest good. So we are responsible for doing the work ourselves. We're not going to be saved. There's no magic wand that's going to come and make our finances disappear or bring in Mr. Right or Mrs. Right or give us the perfect job. That's not reality. Reality is that you are going to be faced with challenges in your lifetime, but every moment offers you the opportunity to grow in your wisdom and in your strength and in trusting that you know what decisions are right for you. And it's often your body that's going to talk to you, and it's going to indicate your yeses and your nos. So very mindfully anchoring yourself down to, I am meant to be here at this place and in this time. So what can I do for myself in this solitude and carving out some time for me to help myself get a really clear look at assessing where I currently am with whatever issue is coming forward at this time. It says on the bottom of this card, think of being alone as meaning you are all one. So you're alone. There's only one. We are all connected. We are all a beautiful network. You are so supported in this journey, in total harmony with everything. That's allowing the peace in your heart. That's allowing that rose of you to blossom and open. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet time. So whatever you're facing right now, know how deeply rooted and supported you are as you are very mindfully and very consciously examining what is arising for you in any of those areas: finance, relationship, work, anything that is requiring your attention right now as you're walking this earthly plane. Now, when we move into our sacral center, this is right below the belly button. This is our center of creativity, emotions. This is the umbilical cord connection. So here's where our ancestral ties are. Here's where our karmic relationship lie. So we want to really mindfully become aware of your gut instincts. The gut talks to us all the time. How many times have you experienced something and you went, oh, I knew that was going to happen? Well, that was your body, your higher self talking to you, speaking to you. So the more we start to trust in the power of the response internally, instead of looking out there, the more you're going to build the faith in you and let go of the fears. Now, in order to do that, that requires us to get really clear with our emotions, to make sure that we're not under the influence of somebody else's emotional behavior, emotional manipulation. So we want to take in that deep breath, which is that pause to come into you, to very mindfully then ask your body, what do I need? What is this experience teaching me? So our card in the center is look in the book. Now that's very interesting because when you are looking in a book, you are seeking information, you are seeking guidance. Now the greatest book you're ever going to have is your life journey. You are your own story. You are the own creator of your reality. And in this new moon, you are flipping forward to a new chapter. So if you're going to look in a book, how would you write the new chapter of your life? How would you take control of what you're experiencing down in the root of you, facing that issue, facing what is requiring your attention? How would you now bring it onto paper into this new chapter to take some very manageable, realistic action steps that will support you in becoming a stronger, more consciously aware individual who is thriving, who is finding that peace, who's finding that joy, who's finding that satisfaction? You know, if we have financial troubles, we can't just wait for the lottery to then have no financial worries. It is really mindfully examining, you know, where am I financially? Am I needing some time and attention there? Am I needing to balance my income and my expenses? Do I have to get really clear on what is reasonable for me at this time? And I'm bringing forward the finances because right now, the emotional energy out in the world is coming into Black Friday sales. So there's all this pressure of buying because Christmas is coming. And that emotional energy is being targeted to individuals, to families. You are hearing it, seeing it. It is everywhere. So this is a call to check in with your body to see, well, how is that starting to influence me? How am I feeling about the emotional aspects of giving and receiving? What does that look like for me on a very realistic level? And then very mindfully choosing to do what is best for you at this time. So for a lot of us, that might be looking at the finances this year and the reality of the situation going, you know what? Getting a lot of Christmas presents is just not feasible for me. Now, instead of going down that rabbit hole of trying to feel bad about that, why not look at this as an opportunity of, you know, when I was a child, what were the things that really brought me the most joy? And I know for a lot of us, it comes back to your memories, your experiences, you know, some kind of adventure that maybe you took or some kind of opportunity to really spend some quality time with somebody. I bet you if you spent that time with yourself, that inner child, you know, what was the most meaningful to you probably was not in a material object. So here's where you start to look in a book and you look at the new chapter of yourself and you get beautifully creative and innovative in how you want to move forward to meet the coming energy and to deal with your reality from a place that offers a lot of compassion and a lot of understanding. And beyond that, it starts to pull back your power. Because as a society, we have turned to placing our self-esteem and our self-worth into material objects instead of remembering the value of being human, being present, the gift of time and attention and sharing as a community. So maybe in this new story of you is an opportunity to very mindfully set yourself up for success in this current phase that you're entering into, so you're not caught off guard by all the emotional advertising and pressures that you are going to be experiencing every single day for the next little while as we're in this holiday season. Now at the bottom it says for us, whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring insight you seek. So pay attention if you are also physically being called to look up some information, to do some research on Google. Maybe you're curious as to, well, how can I help myself, my finances? Well, there's a lot of budgeting tools that are available online. There's a lot of free resources to help you. There's a lot of innovative ideas if you Google search free activities to do with children, creative opportunities on a low-income budget, free resources in my community. There's a wealth of information at our fingertips. So pay attention to what is calling you forward and very mindfully give yourself some grace and some fun as you explore what is right for you. We're moving now into our solar plex. This is right above the belly button. This is the center of willpower, of strength, of courage. Now, the courage isn't just from the human. The courage is our connection to that higher self. If you look at where the rose is right in front, in that place there, in the belly button, that is connecting. That is being supported by your guidance team. That's knowing that when you're having a day where you are feeling down, well, that's an opportunity to call in the guides, to call in them to wrap you, to hold you, to love you, to support you. So our willpower is directly connected to a higher willpower. When we're struggling, I don't know how to do this, but you do. So show me the way. Remembering that we have the free will choice to choose, meaning if we don't ask our higher selves, they will not interfere with your free will. So that is your reminder that as you are engaging in the core of you, as you're trying to find your core strength, remembering that you're not journeying this alone. That's going back to the root center there of that solitude. You're not alone. The message at the bottom of that was, think of being alone as meaning you are all one. So we are very connected in that willpower. You are being encouraged and powered up through the element of fire in the sign of Sagittarius to support you in igniting that passion, to feel passionate about you and your journey and to look at how far you've come. To give yourself that grace of really seeing it in this last cycle, everything that you have experienced and how you've come out to the other side of that. Don't always look at how far you still have to go. Look at how much you've already accomplished. That is a great way to set yourself up for success. So our card in there, is manifestation. Now that is beautiful because manifestation is the energy supporting you. That whatever your dreams are, your ambitions, your goals, the things that you want to accomplish, the willpower is there to support you if you are clear on why you want to do this. And if you are taking full responsibility that you are doing the work, and you are able to take little steps each and every day towards fulfilling however that looks like for you to invite in this life of thriving energy, of feeling successful, of feeling more peaceful, of feeling more energetic. So everything is there for you to create. Everything is there to come to your aid, to show you how resourceful you can be. This is all about asking. So manifestation starts with asking, what is of the highest good? And please show me the way that I can support myself in doing the work to align to that path that is for the highest good. It says for us at the bottom, be very honest and clear about what you want to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. So that is manifestation step number 1. Get clear. Why? Why do I want this? Why is it so important to me? When you write that down, you're going to get some really deep clarity to support you on how that looks like, what the reality of that looks like, what kind of supports you need for it. Now that is a commitment on paper where it is in your conscious awareness. Being conscious about something, that is manifestation. Now it is in the forefront. Now it is in your line of vision. Now you can treat it with the wisdom of the individual that you are to dissect that goal down into very manageable steps. This isn't about climbing the mountain. This isn't about waving that magic wand and it's over and done with instantly. I know we would love to have that happen, but we're here to grow and we're here to learn. So as we mindfully take a step forward towards feeding the dreams and the goals and taking responsibility for the areas that we need to clean up in our own lives, well, then you are adding little pebbles in front of you that then allow you to climb above them, eventually getting to the top of that mountain and looking out like, wow, I accomplished a lot. And it's not always going to be easy. And that is why engaging in that willpower and asking for the help, reminding yourself to tap into the inner guidance of getting quiet, of listening, of relaxing that emotional body so that you can really truly hear what is in your best interest. Not what's in the chatter of the world, not what's in someone else's emotional energy. What is in alignment with your journey, your inner calling, your life of happiness, your life of success, your life of inner peace? What does that look like for you? So step number 1 for all of us is writing it down. Get clear. What do you want to manifest? Why do you want to do that? We're moving now into the heart center. The heart is our beautiful center for healing. This is where you begin that process of balancing, giving, and receiving, making sure that you're open to receiving the blessings of life. A lot of us have hearts that are closed off because we've been hurt. And because we've been hurt, there is a tendency to have a lack of trust. Now, that lack of trust also affects yourself because when you don't trust others, you're also not trusting you. So it becomes a barrier and a blockage for really opening up to the blessings of life and being able to accept that good things will happen to you and that good compliments are meaningful and relationships are meaningful. So we want to feed this beautiful heart center by first being mindful of your thoughts and how you're speaking to your heart. That is by far the most important thing you can do is feeding your self-esteem, feeding your self-worth, getting really clear on you matter and all of the things that you absolutely love about you and all of the things that you wish for somebody else to have a better life, a beautiful life, also reflecting that back and wishing that upon yourself. So a lot of times when we're looking at others and we're feeling a sense of lack within ourselves, or we're feeling a tendency to have some judgment or some shame, some blame, whatever that is, it's actually the universe giving us a reflection back in so that we can examine, well, why am I envious of that? What is it about the other person that I wish I had more of in me? And then to hold that within your heart and ask for the healing of that. And then ask to be shown by your guides where that shows up for you in your life. So if you're looking out into the world and it feels like, everybody's got their shit together. Let's just call it as it is. Everyone's got their shit together out there. Why is my life falling apart? Well, number 1, does everybody really have their shit together? You know, when we look at Facebook and social media and we see all these images of happiness and happy families, and we get the pictures that people want you to see. But behind the scenes, does everybody actually have their shit together? And I'm going to kind of laugh at that and bring some humor into it, because we create a lot of stories in our minds about how we believe somebody is living their life. But the truth is we really have no idea. You can take a celebrity, for example. All we see is the stage presence. We don't see the person behind the scenes. We don't see their anxiety. We don't see any of the struggles to get to that place. We don't see the time and the effort it takes to go in there. What we see is an end result that looks effortless. It looks easy. It looks highly successful. It looks like they have the perfect life. That is an illusion. So this is an opportunity in that heart center to kind of challenge, where are you creating a story about somebody else or creating a story about you that's keeping you stuck in a certain mindset? We want to offer this some healing. So here we have nature signs. Now it says for us at the bottom of this, be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We only need to open our hearts and our minds. Now, nature is indeed one of the greatest teachers, because animals, plants, little children, they don't have ego. They are pure. They act as they are meant to act. As humans, we have emotions. Our emotions create our stories, create our judgments. When we need to have a reminder that, not everybody has their shit together, well, we can look at Mother Earth, we can look at nature to literally see the messiness of life. Life is not meant to be perfect. Life is often in a state of beautiful chaos, because that is how it was designed to be. So expecting yourself to be perfect, expecting your life to have everything together, expecting your ducks to be all in a row, that's unrealistic. And you might even get an opportunity to notice as the birds are flying south for the winter time, or perhaps you even get to see some ducks out in the ocean. I know I do in Vancouver Island. I can tell you that they're not always in a row. Once in a while, they may appear to be, and then someone will stray off. Someone will be very vocal about trying to get into a different position because they have a different opportunity to see in the forefront. Other ones are falling behind. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So use some humor, use some grace. Give yourself some beautiful relaxation by looking out into the natural world, Mother Nature, looking at the animals. Let that be your inspiration, not the false external world of the social media and what we believe someone's life is like, what you see on a commercial, how you envision the perfect home to be, the work to be. That is all a stage. Get your clarity, get your inspiration, get your truth by going into the heart of you and asking, what is it that I need to learn for myself, and how can I embrace allowing more mess into my life? Letting go of that need to control, letting go of that need for perfection, and just allowing myself to go with the seasons and the cycles that are calling and resonating with my heart. We're moving now up into the beautiful throat center. This is all about communication. That is vibrational energy. That is why we have the two ears that are linked to that throat center, and it shapes down like this. It's filtering into the heart of you. So we have the ability to listen beyond the words, beyond the emotional energy, to tap in and ask, what is this teaching me? What is it that I meant to experience? What is it that I am tuning into? We are always in tune with our environment. We catch a tone of voice. We catch a noise. Some things are triggers to us. That's another opportunity when something triggers you through sound, is to ask yourself, why is that bothering me? And a lot of times when you ask for the clarity of a certain tone of voice or a certain noise, and you sit in harmony, in peace with yourself, and you ask your guides, show me where that came from. A lot of times you'll find a childhood memory or an experience that created something within your body as a reaction to what was happening with that noise. So you might discover for yourself a sense to a nerve ending. Certain things literally get on our nerves. Well, why do they get on our nerves? So examining where you need to be more gentle with yourself and more compassionate and understanding is then going to help you to relax that nervous system and to be very gentle on yourself. So our card in there is temptation. Now, this is interesting because it says, are you in denial about an unhealthy habit? Perhaps one that makes you feel guilty. This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Now, when you look at the temptation energy, and they're given a picture here of looking at that snake, how often have we been told the snake is evil? The snake in spirituality literally means shedding away a layer of skin, letting go of those things that do not serve your highest good. So when you examine temptations are the things that we choose to do that are not good for us. We choose to engage in emotions that we know are damaging to ourselves and to others. We are tempted to give in to somebody else's emotional manipulation. We are feeling angry or sad or hurt, and we lash out to somebody else. So we project an energy onto another. We also know and are tempted to do things that we, inside of our core, know is harmful and hurtful. Other times we may turn to food, we may turn to alcohol, we may turn to drugs, we may turn to shopping, we may turn to scrolling on our phones. We all have an addiction. All of us are addicted to something. So this is an opportunity to be very mindful as you're connecting with the way that you communicate to yourself, to notice, what is my temptations? What do I turn to that I know is not healthy for me as a means to cope with things that I don't want to deal with? So for example, if you find you spend a lot of time scrolling through your phone or watching a lot of TV, why? Sometimes it's tracing it down to boredom. I'm bored. I'm lonely. I need something. So now you're going right back down to that root of you where you are seeing yourself spending some time alone, but it's not alone in punishing yourself. It's in, I'm going to spend some meaningful time getting to know who I am and getting clear on what is it that I really like to do. So facing the temptations and being willing to crawl out of that old skin that is not serving you, by getting a really clear plan on, do I need to change my eating habits? Do I need to change my pattern? Do I need to be mindful with how much I'm being tempted lately to indulge in something that I just know is not for my highest good? So here's an opportunity in this new moon energy to offer yourself some grace, some compassion, and some really good mindfulness. We're moving now into the third eye wisdom. So this is all about developing your intuition, looking beyond your human eyes, tapping into all that gray matter of the brain. We use 10% of our brain, which means there's 90% opportunity And there's a solution to your problem. There's a new innovative way of doing something. There's brand new inspiration. So we're all set up with amazing potential for success. But in order to tap into the intuition, we have to calm our emotional body. We have to calm our mental body. So that means that if you're spending a lot of time worrying and your head is just, keeping you awake at night and you're just reliving something over and over and over again, that is your sign of letting go, letting God, letting source, the creator, whatever you want to call it. But it's asking for the help. It's being very realistic with yourself. Is this something that I can control? We're not here to fix or save anybody else. So if you are putting a lot of time and attention there, be very mindful and ask Archangel Michael to come in and cut those cords to free you of that mental anguish of feeling responsible for another's outcome. The only person that we can control is our own reactions and our own responses. That's it. That's why we are all on a personal healing journey. That is why you are the only one who can develop your intuition. And that comes from learning to trust in yourself, in the way your body talks to you, in the way your emotions are coming up, to be held in the heart, to be loved, to be honored, to have you in your person of today, your wisdom, your life's journey, be the one to offer you the kindness and the compassion and the validation that you need. The answer is not in that external environment. It doesn't come from someone else's approval. You don't have to earn your way into a heaven. You're not going to be punished by a hell. Oneness is there for everybody. So really examining your fear stories, some of those belief systems, start to question everything as why? Why is it that way? Why is that one right, but that one is wrong? Who decided? Who made the rule book? Who decided that the steps to enlightenment? Who decided what it means to go to heaven or to hell? Who came up with all these stories? Who walked in those footsteps? Who knows the truth? Who is alive today that can prove any of this? At the end of the day, you have to trust in your own wisdom, your own value system, your own integrity, your own character. So be very mindful that you are allowing your own opinions, your own opportunities to ask. You are encouraging the way your body is talking to communicating to you, and you're creating those pockets of time to sit in the healing energy and to clear away that mind chatter. So engaging in activities that will support you in taking your mind off the problem, especially if you've already asked in prayer. If you keep thinking about it, that means you're not trusting that it's on its way. You're not trusting the universe is bringing you a solution. So we have to switch our gear and know that, I asked. So if I asked for help and I asked for guidance, then I'm going to go and do something else, because I know the answer is going to come to me when my mind is open and relaxed and my heart is ready to hold the wisdom in love and compassion. So our card in there is hope. Hope says for us, hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. So this is where we know that as humans, we create mountains out of molehills. A mountain, an obstacle, a challenge is nothing for God, Source, the Creator. It is a little speck on the path. It is so easily brushed away. Fear does not exist when you have faith. When you let go of trying to control anybody else's outcome anybody else's emotion, anybody else's life, and you hand that over to trusting the universe has the bigger picture. The universe has this world under control. The universe is designed to be messy. You're designed to be messy. You hold on to the hope that you will be able to navigate your way through the storm when you start asking and tuning into yourself and getting the clarity on what is it that I need, what is creating my storm, and what is in my power and control to change. And then getting really clear on what are my reasonable expectations and action steps that I can do to start walking through the shadows, the challenges, the obstacles, because I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I am guaranteed that there's always going to be another day. I'm guaranteed that there's always going to be a sunrise. I'm guaranteed there's always going to be another moment. Therefore, hope is inevitable. There's always a new beginning. So what a beautiful card for us to get in the energy of the new moon as we are in the new beginnings, the fresh starts. Our very last card in this reading is bringing us up to the crown center. This is all about the higher guidance, the higher wisdom, really mindfully opening ourselves up, clearing the mind, clearing away that mental pressure so that that energy can come in and we can absorb it through the body. A really great way to help support you in that is acknowledging your breath. Taking that deep breath in, bringing it all the way into the head center, pushing it all the way out through the root center, making time for deep inhales and deep exhales. A lot of us have very shallow breaths. We're holding the breath. Let it be full. Let yourself be full. Let yourself tune in to see, where do I need to relax my body? Up in the crown center, to end out this beautiful new moon reading in Sagittarius, we have the gift of abundance. And it says for us at the bottom, prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may be in. In fairyland, in human land, there is enough abundance for everybody. What a beautiful validation when we check in with that hope and we don't lose that hope, and we very mindfully relax our mind and we let go of trying to control things that are not ours to control. And we trust that the universe has more than enough for everybody, and that we all have the free will choice to choose what is best for us. And we show that kindness and compassion and knowing we're each walking our own story. And we each and every one of us get to be the ones who are writing our own chapter. Then that means that we can have the kindness and compassion to know that everybody will walk their path at their own pace and at their own time. And there is no rush in the process. There's no right or wrong way of doing the process. There is no rule book to the guidance system of awakening your higher consciousness. You have an internal compass. It is your roadmap. It is your way. There is only one you. You are unique. We're not special. We're not any more important than the next individual, but you are unique in that this is your experience and your opportunity and your journey. So make it a beautiful one for you. Set your goals, state your intentions, take back your power by claiming back your responsibility. Get really clear on what it is that you wish to achieve, or you wish to clear up, or you wish to heal at this time. And then set yourself up for success by having a realistic action plan. Small daily steps over time create significant results. So just do one thing a day that helps to bring you in alignment to where it is you want to go, and congratulate yourself each and every day for doing that. and feed yourself beautiful thoughts. Train your eyes to see beautiful things. Be very mindful of the emotional energy out there. Ask it to teach you. Let that be an opportunity for that self-reflection. And above all things, look out to nature when you need guidance. Look at Mother Earth, look at the seasons, look at the cycles, look at animals, look at how things are just very natural. Let yourself be very natural. Let your healing be very natural. Let your intuitive self come alive very naturally. Don't force a change. Let yourself blossom and let yourself grow. And most of all, be very aware of how supported you are in your journey, how many are guiding you and offering you love and encouragement at all times. I wish you all a beautiful new moon in Sagittarius. May your new beginnings be everything that you intend it to be. And may you see the journey that has gotten you to this place so that you can honor who you are. Namaste.